What?
Way back.
Yeah, way back. Did Hiram give you what you were hoping for tonight, or how did you look at it?
I think the biggest thing we were looking for is to not walk out of there unhealthy. This is in a sense of work day. From the standpoint of you want him to get his work in, you want him to be able to keep building up. You don't want him to do too much or feeling like you're trying to recover quickly or anything else. You want him to be strong the next time he goes out there. So I think the fact that he goes 5 innings, he's right around, we talked about being right around 80. That's where he was. So
you were happy?
yeah.
Did you had the hip issue before, missed a few days. Pretty safe to say, probably not going to play tomorrow, but he should be okay for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we feel. He had the exact same thing happened to him in Colorado, where he feels a little something. I think he missed maybe 2 days, 2 games with that.
Yeah.
And the second one, he felt like he could go. I'm pretty sure, thinking back. So we feel like it's nothing major. I'm not sure that Stan is going to get an MRI or whatever to make sure or any of that kind of stuff. I'm thinking he would. So, but it's not something that we're really that concerned with. More precaution today when we see the felt something there than anything else.
What about Hanley? What's his stuff?
And he was fine. He could have kept going. He was going to get 2 at-bats or 5 innings no matter what. So after that, I was just like, might as well get him out of there. He wasn't going to get another AD. That was the fifth.
Would he get any routine tomorrow? Probably not.
No, Andy not going
Nothing.
No, I didn't have him scheduled. We didn't have him scheduled.
Donnie, was that your plan, 2 ABs or 5 innings for a lot of the guys tonight? I know you went deep into the bench tonight.
Pretty much. Different guys. Matt, 3 was kind of whatever he wanted. The main thing I want to do is keep guys coming to the ballpark, expecting to play, having to get ready to play, get their bats, and then it's kind of over. Just kind of continuing to play and get ready. And that's the main thing I want to try to accomplish. Gons wants, that's what Adrian wanted. Matt with the off day yesterday, it was just a matter of 3 at-bats, 2 at-bats, or he could play 9 if he wanted to. But I think these guys are comfortable getting a few at-bats. Like I talked about before the game, we just don't feel like physically anything it's mental right now. So it's the getting ready, it's all that stuff is what we want to keep guys focused. The physical part of it is what it's not changing at this point.
When Hanley was laying down in the dirt, though, were you kind of a little worried?
Yeah, it didn't look very good, when he's rolling around like that. So, but once he kind of got up and got moving, that was okay.
Do you play these last few games with your fingers crossed a little bit?
Yeah, well, I don't really think like that, but I mean, because you can't just take everybody out of there. I think more in terms of kind of preparing guys, helping guys get ready, and knowing what they want to do to get ready. And injuries could happen at any moment. So, but in a little bit in the back of your mind, you have that there that you want to help and walking out of tomorrow's game.
Don, you got to be liking what you see with Frias. He just seems to be getting better and well disciplined with his throwing, and he just looks good.
Yeah, we talked about these last 3 games of we're kind of testing the waters with everybody to see what we're going to get, and trying to make some decisions for this lap. We're going to make a decision before Friday. Obviously, you can't watch guys over the course of the whole season, but when you're kind of getting down to what if this, what if that. Carlos has done a lot of good things from the standpoint. And what I like about tonight, as much as anything, these guys killed him last time we played. This is the team that knocked him around. He comes back here at our place. He hasn't pitched. He pitched in Chicago, and he comes out and lets you throw 3 scoreless. And so that's what I like about Carlos, is the fact after that game he stood right in his locker with a good face, and said basically I had a bad day. And now you see him next time he gets to see his team, that he bounces back and he makes pitches and he gets outs. And so that's one of the things that I like.
You talked about the 9th inning. Last night you said in these last 3 games you're not going to determine who makes the playoff roster. But can you discuss the thinking of why you just go Paco instead of like Kenley?
Kenley was down today. We don't have Kenley until tomorrow. And and JP's down today. So there's certain guys we weren't going to use today. Pedro we weren't going to use today. So we knew where we were going. Like I said, these last 3 games, and say they were going to determine. I mean, there's still spots that are open. There's 4 guys for 3 spots, or there's 4 guys for 2 spots. The way we're looking at it, and so we're kind of throwing guys out there in different spots, seeing what we get. And so we're not obviously not going to make all your decisions based on one game, but you're making them over the course of the season. But you still have to try to make a determination of which guy fits you best for which team. We still don't even know which team we're going to be playing. St. Louis, it's one thing. It's Pittsburgh, maybe another. So we're trying to find out exactly what we got.
Anyone really help their stock tonight that you saw?
I mean, we're not going to go into who. Again, we're throwing guys out there. Those are all discussions for behind closed doors, and us throwing it back and forth and talking about different scenarios. So,
Don, just real quick, during his loss about midway through the season, was struggling a little bit at 255. He has since driven in, I believe, 65 runs since that point, and he's going to end up winning the National League RBI crown. What do you think of the season that he's had?
it's been fine. Well, obviously it's been fine, but he didn't get off to a great start. Yeah, good early on. He was swinging the bat really well. I think he had a bunch of homers early. He seemed like RBIs. And then he's had a rough month. And usually Adrian's kind of more consistent, banging away. And he had a tough month in there, it seemed like. And after that, he's been back to Adrian. So to me, it's been a solid season. The only thing that's been a little funky is that 1 month. Usually, maybe it's a few games, but it's not like a long period of time. And it was a little bit of a period of time this year. We got to the point that you all were asking about it. Usually, you don't really ask me about Adrian because it's kind of continuous. He does a little here, a little there, and it just kind of keeps moving along. But it got to be long enough this year that you all started asking. But that was the only thing about this season. It was there was 1 month in there. It seemed like he struggled for a little bit of an extended period of time.
Donnie, is Scott on his own now to steal the bases?
We have a lot of guys that are on their own, and really we have signs from different places that if you see something, if you get that green from that spot, then you're free to go. Our biggest guy on the field hit a singles, stole the base, and so basketball.
Just like your script then.
How we could.